What's up, guys? December 30th, 2000. Why am I starting this video with December 30th? Year was 2000. 23 years and 16 days ago from the date of this video, which is January 14th, 2024. That was when the Miami Dolphins last won a playoff game. That's right, guys. It was an overtime victory over the Indianapolis Colts. My name is Dennis Sullivan. Sports Snippets with Dennis Sullivan. We are going to discuss a little bit of the playoff history, but mainly this video, as you can see in the title, is to talk about the 26-7, what would wind up being blowout loss to the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium Saturday night. If you do like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. Make no mistake, the better team on Saturday night was the Kansas City Chiefs. The better coach on Saturday night was Andy Reid, hands down. Now, guys, I like Mike McDaniel. I think he is the best guy for the job right now. But in the past history, it's not his fault. In 2 years, he got this team to 2 playoff appearances, 2 playoff losses. But nonetheless, progress, right? Progress. 9 wins last year, 11 wins this year. Progress. The worst thing that could have ever happened to this team, I'll tell you right now, was the 70 points that we scored against the Broncos. Probably the worst thing that could have happened to this Dolphin team, as it steadily started going downhill soon after that, as I'm pretty sure more teams were circling on their calendars. Oh yeah, we got the I almost said the Miami Heat. I'm thinking basketball already. We got the Dolphins coming up on Sunday. We got the Dolphins coming up on Monday night. We got the Dolphins coming up Sunday night. So this team, and I don't want to spend too much time on that, did itself a disservice with all the end zone celebrations and look at us and here we go scoring all these points and all this other stuff. Because what do we have at the end? Here we go. And when I start the video by saying December 30th, 2000, here we go again. Oh, well, the injuries. Yeah, I mean, they had all those injuries. Oh, the cold weather. The injuries, the cold weather. Does anyone think we've heard this before? Have we heard this before? Have we heard this before? And you know what? If there's so many injuries, can you think we may want to look into that? That it's maybe just not bad luck? Okay? What's the cause of that? I don't know, guys. I have a 9-to-5 job. I do 5 days a week. I'm worried about that. I'm not sitting around worrying about why all the Dolphins are getting hurt. But this is getting really weak and lame with a capital L. 6 playoff losses in a row. The only one we were competitive in, by the way, dating all the way back to the year 2001, January 6, 2001, it was the week after we beat the Colts in December of 2000. The only one that was competitive was last year's loss to Buffalo, 34-31, when Dolphins went toe-to-toe in Buffalo. Skylar Thompson calling the shots right behind center. Otherwise, that Pittsburgh game, January 2017, that Pittsburgh game was disgusting. We got blown out 30-12. It wasn't even that close. Baltimore blew us out twice in a row. January 2009, we got destroyed 27-9. January 2002, the Ravens also destroyed us 20-3. And this whole thing started January 6th, 2001. The then Oakland Raiders defeated the Miami Dolphins 27-0. So, of course, it's not Mike McDaniel's fault. Again, he's going into his 3rd year, but he's going to have to, guys, we're going to need a little Rex Ryan next year. He's going to have to get in people's face. I don't know if he's doing this. I'm not seeing it on my television screen. if you don't want to play for this team, if you're not committed to the process, then that's it. Then you don't have to play for this team. Go play for another team. Or do something else. I don't know. Sell insurance. Do whatever you want to do. And here it is, guys. And this is where I get really, annoyed. The Dolphin, and again, Mike McDaniel, I believe he is the guy for the job. He was outcoached on Saturday night, though. Make no mistake. The Dolphins did exactly what they did against the Bills. Although I wasn't that upset with it in the Bills game the weekend before. The Dolphins knew they had to run the ball. We knew the way to beat this Chiefs team would be to control the clock, keep Mahomes and company on the sidelines next to the huge heaters with the big winter coats on and the hats and all that stuff, and just run. And we had the team to do it. What happened on Saturday night? The exact opposite happened on Saturday night. The Chiefs outrushed the Dolphins 34-18. Look it up. Isaiah Pacheco, all 5'10", 215, I think I saw him listed 216 of them, ran the ball himself 24 times. Most of that was right up the gut. That's what tough teams do. That's what tough players do. That's what Super Bowl teams do. That's what Super Bowl coaches insist upon. But it wasn't to be for the Dolphins, guys. Going to run through the stats in a minute. Tua wasn't good. That wasn't a good debut for his. And guys, no more in the same sentence with Dan Marino and Tua. I don't want to hear it ever again, unless Tua leads his team to a Super Bowl. Then we could start beginning to put them in the same sentence. Until then, we're not even in the same paragraph. Tua was 20 of 39, 199 yards, a touchdown and interception. Raheem Mostert rushed 8 times for 33 yards. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a little more than 4 yards a carry. But yet, that's all he would have is 8 carries. Achane, 6 carries. Unacceptable. Now, yes, he was getting bottled up. He only had 9 yards. Unacceptable. Horrific use of Achane in this game. Horrific. What about that? What about running wide? What about involving Tyreek Hill in the running game? I'm shocked that Tyreek Hill did not have 1 carry. I was thinking 2, maybe even 3. That's a lot, though. 3's a lot for a wide receiver, but maybe 2 carries for Tyreek. Waddle had a carry for 9 yards. Tua was credited 25 yards on the ground, 3 carries. Tyreek led the receiving group, 5 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. He had that one really nice touchdown reception. The rest was Cedric Wilson Jr., 3 for 37, River Craycraft, 2 for 33, Waddle, 2 catches, 31 yards. Achane out of the backfield, 3 for 21, Durham Smythe, 3 for 12, Jeff Wilson Jr., 1 for 6. We don't see Jeff Wilson Jr. at all, other than the 1 catch, no carries. Mostert had a catch for -3 yards. The more I talk about this game, the more as I'm providing this content to you, the more and more by the second, I'm thinking that we were outcoached. Andy Reid schooled us on Saturday night, excuse me. Unbelievable. Let's talk Kansas City. Mahomes was good. And Kansas City was good offensively. 23 for 41, 262 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Never saw a helmet get cracked the way it did. That was interesting, I guess you could say. Pacheco, as mentioned, rushed the ball, ran the ball 24 times, 89 yards, and a touchdown. So it's not like, he was getting bottled up a lot too. And that's see, I'm getting more and more frustrated when I gotta, let's move on. Let's move on, guys. I gotta move on. Mahomes, 2 for 41. He hurt us with his legs. He seems to always do that, though, in big games. Look back to last year's postseason, last year's Super Bowl. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 7 carries, 21 yards. He did lose a fumble. Hardman, wide receiver, had a carry -4 yards. Rashee Rice was probably the player of the game other than Mahomes. 8 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. He's a rookie. He's really good. That's their main guy now in terms of receiving the ball, along with Travis Kelce, of course, 7 catches, 71 yards. Justin Watson, 2 catches, 20 yards. Noah Gray had a catch for 12 yards. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, ex-Packer, a catch for 8 yards. Richie James, 1 for 6. Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield, 1 for 5. Hardman, 1 for 3. Pacheco out of the backfield, 1 catch, -1 yards. So, guys, I mean, you tell me. I mean, the Chiefs did what they had to do to win this game and move on. They ran the ball right up the gut. They did what the Dolphins should have done, and that was the only thing that the Dolphins could have done to have a chance to win this game. Okay? So I'll have to follow up with maybe a closing video on my thoughts of this season. I mean, we did improve by 2 wins. I don't know, guys. I don't know what letter grade you're gonna have to hang in there. Give me a couple days. I got to come up with a letter grade for this season. I got to think about this and be fair. But Chiefs played well. Chiefs are going to be tough. I think the one team that could beat the Ravens are the Kansas City Chiefs. I really do. Otherwise, Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. I'll talk to you soon, guys. That's my opinion there at the end with the AFC. I think Buffalo is good, but they turn it over too much. That's just my personal, humble opinion on the whole thing. Talk to you soon. Let me know what you think. Bye for now.